I know exactly what brought you here. You've probably seen wholesaling real estate on Instagram, TikTok, or on YouTube. Some guy flashing a big check, somebody saying that it's super simple and that anybody can do it. And I'm not arguing against that. I think wholesaling real estate is one of the simplest business that you can come into and kill in 2026. But just because it's such a simple business does not mean that it's always easy. There's a lot of moving pieces in a wholesale business. Anybody can come in and do a deal here and there. But few people can actually create a business and automate it where by default they're doing deals consistently every single month. And that's the biggest difference between a fly-by-night wholesaler versus a real wholesale business. So yes, wholesaling is super simple, but it's not always easy. And the part that nobody talks about this business, and I think it's the most crucial part as a wholesaler, is the mental aspect of the business. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. If you don't know me yet, my name is Harwin Francois, multi-six-figure real estate investor. I've closed hundreds of deals over the last few years, and this business has completely changed my life. And I truly believe with the right mindset that this business can change your life as well. But if your mentality is wrong, this business will completely break you. I created this channel to help people of all ages, backgrounds, and beliefs, and show you a pathway to financial freedom through real estate. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, share, and like, as you will help me reach more people like yourself who's actually trying to make a difference in this world and change their life. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Wholesaling real estate is one of those businesses that's gonna test you from all levels. It's gonna test your patience, your faith, your mindset. I remember my first 3 months of wholesaling real estate. I've got my first deal under contract with a seller who I've built a rapport with. As soon as I got that deal locked up under contract, I assigned it to my end buyer. On that deal, I was supposed to net around $33,000 on a vacant land deal out in Tampa, Florida. I remember this deal like it was yesterday. Everything was in place. As my buyer was doing his due diligence, he gave me a call and told me, hey, did you know there was endangered species on the lot? Since I was new to the wholesale game, I didn't have any clue of what he was talking about. But come to find out, there was 4 turtles on the land, which cost about $7,000 a piece just to get rid of one of them. Guys, I cannot make this up. My first wholesale opportunity was killed by turtles. That was my introduction to real estate. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because shit like this happen all the time in this business. And that's the one downside about wholesaling real estate. It's super unpredictable. Anything can come up from liens to seller ghosting you to buyers backing out to title issues. Currently, right now, as we speak, my team has about 16 deals under contract, and 4 of those we're dealing with title issues. One of those, we actually have a lawsuit pending against us. And this is just to talk about the mental side of wholesaling real estate, because at times there is going to be times where you're like, damn, is this the right business that I'm doing? And that's why I think it's super important for every wholesaler to understand the mental aspect of this business. Guys, the only people who are going to win in this business are the people who don't let their emotions get involved. Wholesaling is going to test you. And I got 2 things that I want to share with you that really helped me out in my wholesale journey. Number 1, never let your emotions get involved. This is the equivalent to don't treat any deal bigger than what it is. You're supposed to treat every deal the same. I don't care if it's a deal where you're supposed to net $50,000 or a deal that you're supposed to net $3,000. They're both the same thing. Truth be told, the goal is to be doing deals consistently every single month in wholesale. So eventually that'll come where you're gonna hit months where you're hitting big rips. As crazy as it seems, I would much rather do 20 deals a year, which is on average 2 deals a month, where I'm closing $10,000 per assignment fee, rather than one month I hit a 50K banger, the next month I don't close a deal, the next month I might close a deal, and then I just go 2 months without closing a deal. Any wholesaler can tell you this who's been actually doing this for a long time, that they'd much rather be consistent. Because if I'm consistent, I can reverse engineer everything I did, see what I'm doing good, see what I'm doing wrong. I can calculate my numbers and my metrics and scale my business to a point where I'm hitting bigger rips, and I can just double down on whatever marketing strategy that I'm using, and I can scale that. So number 1, super important, don't get your emotions involved. Number 2, and guys, this number 2 is a lesson that I've had to learn every single year that I've been in the wholesale game. This should be the golden rule of all wholesalers. Never count the chicken until the eggs is hatched. What do I mean by this? Wholesalers have a tendency of taking a look at all the deals that they have in the pipeline, and they start counting money that they can make. Like I said in the beginning, this business is super unpredictable, which is one of the downsides of wholesaling, I'll be honest with you. Your deal can get killed at any second, whether that's a crazy turtle, a probate situation, a lien. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of different variables. So never count your money until the money is actually in the bank account. This business is all about consistency. There's going to be days where you show up more than other days. And I'm not going to be the one that tells you to show up 12 hours a day like I do, but I will tell you that you need to show up every day day. That's the only way that you're going to be successful. And I get it, guys. Some days you might be motivated. It's super hard, especially in the wholesale game, to come back every single day, make the calls, make the offers, send out contracts. But that's the price that you got to pay. I don't care about you even having more hours one day than the other. You just have to show up and be consistent. The one upside about wholesaling is that anybody can come in and make it work. As long as they show up, this business is a direct correlation of exactly what you put in is exactly what you're gonna get out. So don't cheat yourself, be honest with yourself. And guys, if you're at a point where you haven't closed your first deal yet, or you've closed a deal, or you even closed a couple deals, but you still feel like you need guidance or a system that actually allows you to be more consistent and do deals consistently, me and my team help people like you all the time. And no, it's not a mentorship like you've been sold before. It's actually a partnership where we plug you directly into a portion of our business. You'll be using all of our systems, our cadences, our contracts, everything that we use, you will have access to. And the reason why it's not a mentorship is because a mentorship, I don't really care if you win or not, but as a partnership, I care if you win. I have an incentive for you to win, because ultimately when you get paid, I get paid as well. If that's you and you feel like you're in a position where you do need that, please go ahead and click the link in my bio or go to point1wholesale.com. From there, you'll speak with either me or one of my team members and we'll get you started. Even if you don't want to partner with us and you just need some general guidance, still click the link in my bio. My team members will guide you in the right direction. Because guys, just like you, I know how hard it is to get started. Another thing that helped me the most was actually being surrounded with other wholesalers who's actually closing deals. Because I'll be honest with you, if you're doing this business solo, it's going to be super hard. I was doing it all by myself my first 7 months of wholesaling until I started getting outside of my shell and going to the local real estate meetups. And that's where I started meeting like-minded people, or people who were way ahead of me, people who were doing developing at the time, people who were doing flipping, people who were doing consistent multiple six-figure wholesale deals. And I just started being around these people. That had a direct correlation to my own business and my own success. Because think about it, you see the great things that other people are doing and it just pushes you to be better. My mindset was, if they can do it, I can definitely do it. Because truth is, there's nothing special about people who are ahead of you. The only difference that separates them from you is they probably showed up every single day and they were consistent with their efforts. And that's the mindset that you need to have as a wholesaler. I don't care if you're having a bad day. I don't care if you're having a good day. Treat every single day the same. So if you ever do need a spark, feel free, reach out to other wholesalers, get outside of yourself. Go to your local real estate meetups. Everything that I just mentioned to you is free. Start putting it out there on social media. Hey, this is what I'm doing. The world has a weird way of answering everything that you put out there. And guys, this is coming from somebody who's very to himself. I remember my first time posting on Instagram, on TikTok about what I was doing, and I felt kind of weird because I was scared what my family, my friends would think. But ultimately, you come to a realization that nobody really gives a shit about what you got going on until you make them give a shit. So put yourself out there. What's the worst that they're gonna say? That you look goofy? I'd rather be goofy making goofy money while the rest of the people work 9 to 5s. So don't be scared. Another thing that used to help me a lot is you need to start affirming these things. Every single night when I first got started wholesaling, I would go to sleep and I'd imagine these big 5-figure checks that I'm closing. I believed it so much that it was already real. Now all I had to do was just wait on it and just keep showing up every day and it was gonna come. Start seeing yourself, start envisioning yourself exactly where you wanna be. After I finally closed my first $10,000 deal, I started envisioning myself, okay, can I do 100K in 1 year? And I would envision myself on how that would look like. After I completed that, I was like, okay, let me just double that. Let me do multiple 6 figures in 1 year. And even to the point where I'm at now, nothing changes. I'm currently scaling my business to a point where I'm trying to hit my first 7 figures, which is $1 million in 1 year. And this is something that should never change, no matter what stage that you are in life. You should always start affirming, always start envisioning yourself, dream bigger. Another thing that you should not do, I know we live in a social media era where you can see what everybody else is doing. You'll see other wholesalers closing these crazy deals, driving these flashy cars. But guys, don't fall for the hype. Just stay in your own lane. Put your blinders up. Don't believe all the hype that you see on social media. For the wholesalers who are posting these crazy content, I'm not saying that they're lying, but a lot of it is fake. And for the ones who are actually making a crazy amount of money, it didn't happen overnight. So don't start comparing yourself to where they're at, because I guarantee you for them, it didn't come fast and they worked their way up. Just focus on exactly what you're doing and get really good at it. And that's one of the main reasons when I first got started, I did not have any social media. I was not on social media. I wasn't on Instagram or TikTok. I was probably only thing that I was using was YouTube, because ultimately I just wanted to run my own race. And you have to understand that everybody's on a different journey. And in this moment, you have to be really selfish with your own journey and don't worry about what nobody else got going on. The hard truth about wholesaling real estate is this business is not for emotional people. It's not for people who quit after one failed deal. It's not for the people who need constant validation. It's for disciplined people, emotional stable people, and people who are going to show up every single day and just be consistent. If you can master your emotions and just show up every single day and be consistent, I guarantee within time you will master wholesaling. It will start to make sense for you. Wholesaling is not hard because it's complicated. It's hard because it's emotional at times. So focus on the mental side of things, and I'll be the first one to tell you, it's not going to happen overnight. Trust me, guys, when I first got started in wholesaling, I thought I was gonna be rich by year 2. I'm in year 3 right now. I still haven't hit my 7-figure yet, but we have made a lot of money. So trust me, if you just stick with it, show up every single day, you will look back and be like, wow,